Good morning, this is Donna from the Y. So this morning we are making a very easy bagel recipe. Yes, bagel. So you can make your own and they're a lot healthier, and I'll compare and contrast in a little article that I will add to this post. So this recipe is from Skinny Taste. I've made it quite a few times, and it uses Greek yogurt, and there's only 3 other ingredients. I use a mixture of whole wheat and white flour, just 1 cup total, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a little less than a teaspoon of salt. And that is it. So it's, when I first saw the recipe, I was like, there is no way that this is gonna work. I'm gonna walk you through the phase that's a little bit messy. I've already mixed the baking powder into here, and the salt. And you can use whatever flour works for you. You can do a gluten-free mix as well. So typical bagels, as you know, are made and formed, and they rise, and then you boil them in a hot, a big vat of water. Not so with this one. So it gets to a point where it's like really messy and you're like, this cannot be right. I can't do this, but you can. So you're gonna mix it till it gets crumbly and it gets all incorporated. So I'm doing this messy phase with you just to let you know this is how it's supposed to be, and it's gonna be okay. This is going to yield 4 bagels. Each bagel has about 100 calories. Let me double check just to be sure. Yeah, 152 calories, 26 grams of carbohydrate. So that's about equal to 2 pieces of, like 1.5 pieces of regular bread. Okay, so you see your crumbly here. A regular bagel, so this is messy, right? It's definitely messy, but it's gonna be okay. So, I'm gonna just make sure I get everything into this mix, and then we're just gonna put it out onto the counter, and you're not gonna over knead it, just a little bit of kneading. Look at it, it's coming together, it's a miracle. I have a tiny bit of flour here just to help me out if I need it, but don't give up hope, it will work. So yeah, this is an amazing recipe and super easy to make, as long as you get past this part. Have no fear. So I'll put a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of flour, and you only need it a tiny bit. 4 or 5 turns. See, it's not sticking too much. You can get a little bit, but that's a lot better than sometimes when you make bread, or if I make them with my my cook class and the kids get everything between their fingers, it's just a mess. So this is all you have to do. So I'm gonna roll it into a ball. So you're not overworking those gluten strands like you might when you're making bread. So it's a little different that way. So it's 4 bagels. So we're gonna divide it into 4 fairly equal parts. I don't get too crazy with making it super equal. You could measure it if you wanted to, and then we're gonna form our bagels. So you just roll it out, and then you pinch the edges together, like so. And we're gonna put it right here. Make sure your hole in the middle is big enough, because they will rise a little bit or cook up, and then it will just be one big circle with no hole in the middle. We don't want that. Okay, so we're gonna do this with all 4. That one has a little bigger hole, so I like them all to be a little different. Just as long as they're about the same size, because you want them to cook at the same rate. The rustic bagel look. They sort of look like big Cheerios. So yeah, so whole wheat, you definitely want to try to do that. You're gonna get the more nutrient density, fiber in the whole wheat. So we're going to brush them with a little bit of egg white. So I already sort of whisked the egg whites. Don't put too much. And I just do the top. You could do both sides if you want. Don't let it drip all over the place. Just a light coating, because we're gonna put some spice on top. Whatever you like. It could be poppy seeds, it could be sesame seeds, it could be onion flakes. I would avoid the salt, because we all get way too much sodium than we need. So I got the bagel, everything bagel crunch spice mix, and I'm just going to shake it on here. Take a look. So these are gonna go into the oven at 375 for 20 minutes, and you'll come back and you'll see the finished product. Take care. Hi everyone, the bagels are out of the oven. They came out beautifully. They cooked for 25 minutes. I think I said 20 minutes earlier. 25 minutes at 375. So I did 2 batches. This is the one you saw me make, and I did not put anything on the bottom. They're nicely browned. This one I'm like, oh, let me try to put the egg whites on both sides and the spice on both sides. So I did. Not significantly different, so whatever you want to do. But they have a beautiful density. I cut this one in half. So look and see, it has a beautiful consistency, just like a regular bagel, even better. So comparison-wise, these bagels have 150 calories. They have only 26 grams of carbohydrate. That's equal to about 1.5 pieces of bread. Versus a regular bagel would have, let me just double check, yes, 320 calories, about 4 ounces. So that's equal to 4 pieces of bread, and also has 69 grams of carbohydrate versus 26 grams in this. So you're saving your 2/3 of the calories by making these. Plus you can control what you put in them. So you can use all whole wheat flour, half and half, gluten-free flour mix. And you also have a wonderful source of protein from the Greek yogurt. We got 10 grams of protein per bagel. So it's an all-around wonderful thing. Take care.